Alright guys, so I have a kind of showcase thing that we're going to be working on for today for CCTVCraft. I have a empty disk. There's also a document disk. We covered the document disk in the last episode, and there's also a music disk. So these are basically just a variation of the empty disk, and we can get the music player as well as a monitor set up here. So we'll just go with a simple red monitor. We'll need a keyboard for this, and we're also going to need a CD player here, and we're going to place that down here and turn on that. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and put our empty disk into the drive here. And then we can go to our music editor, which will give us a whole bunch of different options. We have different types of instruments, all the basic note blocks that you would have normally. We have the music speed. This is a display that basically indicates what the speed of the track will be. You can control the speed by these 5 buttons down here, or I guess 6 buttons. We also can remove elements from the track. I'll get into that in just a second. And we also have all our notes that we can basically utilize for our thing. And it lists the basically the note for the when you hover over the item with a tooltip. So we can see that this is D sharp. This is the 3rd key. And this is all localized as well for the provided languages that I support. And then we also have different pages, so we can go page back or previous page and then next page. And we can also save the track as well, and that will create a music disk from an empty disk or update a music disk. So let's go ahead and create some simple beats here. So I'm going to right click on basically a bass drum, and we can get the sound of that. Now there is the click sound when we press the button. I can't really fix that because there isn't a way to cancel out the sound on server side. When you're running it on like multiplayer and stuff like that, that click sound is still there even if you cancel out the sound. So I wasn't able to figure out a way with mcreator to actually get around that, but for the most part we can make out what the actual sound is going to be. So by default, this is going to be the default key, so key 13, and that is the middle of where all the notes are. So if we wanted to go ahead and change the pitch, we can go either lower, maybe really low, or really high. And I'm just going to start with adding some of these to our track here, so we can go ahead and set that like that, and we can maybe add maybe we don't want that particular note on these ones. Maybe we want to go ahead and do something like this. So we'll do like a shorter dot there, like a beat, and then we'll go with a snare. So we'll do something like snare on the last one. So that'll be our drum track. And then we have 2 other tracks that we can actually make use of. We can add maybe a bit sound. We can go something like this, and then maybe something like that, and then go back to there. And let's try that again. So 1, 2, and then we can do maybe another sound here. So this will be our other note, and then we'll go back down 1 note. And let's go ahead and create a, you know what, let's just go ahead and set this to a 6-tick delay. So for the sound there. And then after that, we can basically save this and close out of that, go to our drive, and we can see that we have a music disk now. If we go ahead and right click on our CD player, it will turn on or off, and we can actually go sneak when it's on, and it will open up the tray. We can then add the music disk by right clicking on it and then sneaking and closing it. So as you can see, it will basically play the sound from what we added to it. All right, so I think that's a little bit too slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update that speed to maybe 4. We'll try 4 and see how that works. So let's go ahead and place that back in. That's a little bit better. And then we could create another page if we really wanted to. Let's go ahead and, as you can see, it reset everything if we don't have a disk in the drive here that it can read from. So let's go ahead and create a new page now. So we'll go ahead and continue that beat that we had. So maybe we'll go like this. And then I think I had a different beat there, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll save this to our disk, and then we can switch the page. So we had a yellow drum here. I think it was, yeah, it's this one here. So let's go ahead and add that here and here, I think. And then we also want one there. We'll save that, go back to our other page here. We have a blue snare. I think it's this one here that we have. So we can also hover over to see which one we have too. If we want to actually see, we can go by the color or we can go by the actual data there. So we can see that it's B here. And we'll go ahead and add that, and that, and we'll save that. And maybe we can go with bass for this one. So we'll go maybe with that same note pattern. So let me quickly put that together and then we'll cut back in. All right, so I quickly put something together. So we have our first track here. This is the first line where it's going to be playing. Our second page is going to have bass added to it, same notes for the bit and the drum. So let's go ahead and save that, and then we'll go ahead and grab that from our disc player, put that in here, and then we'll close this up and listen to it. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, if you wanted to loop the sound, there is an option using redstone. You can use a lever or anything like that and place it next to the block. And as long as it's powered, what you can do is you can loop the audio player. So you can listen to that whole track over and over and over again and basically have it just continue playing. So let's go ahead and close that. So as you can see, that's pretty cool. It repeats multiple times and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically it. And because it stores the data for each page to the disk, so it's using a certain tag system. If we open up the like a chest or something like that with it in it, we can actually see what basically is going on with the notes here. So we'll go ahead and do /data get block, and then we'll do that. And you can see that we have a couple things going on here. We have our page 2, which stores all the note data. And we also have the tracks. So T is track, and then note is the N, and then we have I for the instrument and P for the pitch. So all that data is being stored into individual pages here. And then you can basically, what's happening when it gets read by the thing is just decompiling all that data and turning it into something the game can understand, playing the sound multiple times for each track. So that's basically the summary of what it's doing. Other than that, you can obviously edit the notes and stuff like that if you want to go back and edit them at a later date, or even clean up the notes themselves. Maybe you didn't want page 2, you can actually remove all these notes, and it will, as long as there's an empty page with no notes at the part here, it will just tell the track to basically not go ahead and play anything further on. So as you can see here, we have this sound and then we have no sound here. So it's only going to detect this part here and basically play that part. So we can save that and we'll go ahead and grab that disk and we'll put that in here. And then it stops. So that was the end of the track there. So basically that's how you go ahead and make some music discs and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys found today's video useful and interesting. So definitely consider downloading the update when it comes out, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.